Bachelor Pad Economics is the financial advice Bible for men. From dating, to what to major in, to purchasing a home, to children and wife training, Bachelor Pad Economics is the wisdom you wish the father you never had gave you. A link is in the description.
Bad Popp showed up because I got some bad news for your friend zone motherfuckers out there. Because I'm going to describe why you like being there and how the fuck to get out. You'll hear the feminists out there saying the friend zone just doesn't exist. They're full of fucking shit. With that being said, gentlemen, drink him if you got him. Because we got to dull that pain. That's a whole lot of ass pain, just saying. Yeah. With all of my research into this goddamn friend zone phenomena, there is one thing, just one thing that those feminists got correct. If you're a dude in the friend zone, let's face it, it's all your goddamn fault. I'm sorry. You thought I was going to give you some sympathy? Look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis and tee up your own ass kicking, because you did it to yourself.
But Popp!
Oh, wait. No, you actually have to get the pussy before you can be whipped by it.
That's right.
Listen, being pussy whipped is bad, but this is way worse. You're being enslaved by pussy that is imaginary. Hey, this is 2017. It's quite possible that she, him, or him, her has a bigger dick than you, or worse, 3 holes.
What the hell did you just say?
Because all you really have to do is self-identify and you'll magically become that thing. Right? Right?
Of course! Wrong!
In fact, today I'm going to decide I'm Indian. I want my 7-Eleven and raspberry squishy. You homo. Hey, I know I came off like a bigot just then, but it doesn't really count if you're brown or identify as brown. Oh, you think that's stupid? Well, so do I, Rachel Dolezal and Sean King. Speaking of Sean King, just take a gander at this stupid motherfucker. You could just tell that motherfucker's been there so long, he's got a man cave in that friend zone. You know what's sadder than that? He is not the only one, and Bad Popp came here to bust your goddamn bubbles. And without further ado, reason number 1 why men walk into the friend zone and buy curtains. You develop an emotional connection to this slewer, and you willingly walk into the friend zone because you think if you wait around long enough, she'll like you back. Congratulations on your first lesson on how stalkers are made. So you're just gonna sit around and wait for her to like you back and drive by her house every Tuesday and maybe look in her windows. Wait a minute! Whether you do this or not, this shit is still creepy, dude. It's not as bad as a crazy point, but creepy points, 3 of those, and you're fucking out. But a lot of you guys who are fucking doing this, you're chuds with self-image problems. Because most of these dudes who walk into the friend zone willingly are raised by single mothers. And most of us who've been there know that is not conducive to a whole lot of self-confidence. You're raised by this cunt who teaches you that your masculinity is toxic and being a man is bad. That is, unless you white knight for all of these chicks out there because you're led to believe they're all princesses. And you should treat them as such. So take half your shit and stab you in the back. That is emotional masochism, and perhaps you should talk to somebody and get some pills. Yeah, but we're not talking about the little blue pills, because you don't really need that. You're in the friend zone, and you're probably young, and you wind up with a needle in the wiener. Doc, what is that? You're not gonna... No! It's probably easier for you just to get the needle in the wiener than it is to sit through all of her sex stories with the bad boy. This is some epic cuck behavior, and it is not healthy. You're willing to rip the Band-Aid off and relish in your emotional pain over and over and over again. And why is that? She loves me. She just don't know it yet, creeper. Newsflash, she don't love you, and she never will. She just keeps you around to stick a straw in your back and drink your ever-loving soul. She takes her payments in the form of attention, cash, check, and charge. But you're only there to boost her ego and nothing more. She doesn't fucking respect you. And why would she? When you first met her, you didn't close the deal.
You take him out, you pay for everything, you never make a move.
And then you go home, alone, to masturbate while you cry, using your own tears as
Okay, that was once.
You know that expression people say?
When one door closes, another one opens?
The door that she closed was for sex. And then she opened the other one, which smelled of fish and bad decisions, called the friend zone. And you walked right in there like, cool, because I can wait it out and I'll eventually get myself some. Oh, don't do that. It doesn't go anywhere good. In fact, it doesn't go anywhere, period. Even when she's on her period. So is it any wonder why she has no fucking respect for you? There is a lesson to be learned here, gentlemen, and I'm going to tell you what it is. When that first door swings shut, you have 3 options. Option number 1, you wait for that door to open and you go, I'll just walk my ass right in there and I can wait it out.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Option number 2, jettison. Go on reserve, bail, bail, bail. There is nothing to be learned by riding this entire thing into the scene of the crash.
I'm taking my time, all right? I'm laying the groundwork. Yeah, I mean, every day I get just a little bit closer to, priesthood.
Option number 3, which is the one I use most of the time. When in doubt, asshole it out, because you'll get a second chance down the road. Why is that? I'm just going to say it straight out. Women are stupid. Boom, beer me.
Stop it!
Oh, no. Oh, we should film it.
All right. I know I pissed off all of my female fan base. All 4 of you. But hear me out. And any of you out there that say that you don't do this, you're a fucking liar. Listen, ladies, in your 20s, if you have a dude show up and he's interested and he's really going for it, he's boring and not interesting. Some dude shows up and he doesn't give a fuck. In fact, he doesn't give a fuck that you exist. You won't even make it to his car in the parking lot. You'll be banging him in the handicap zone. And your friends, they'll take pictures of all that and put it on Instagram. And it gets titled revenge porn. Check it out. Oh, now that I think about it, there is a secret 4th option when she closes that door on sex. Maybe, just maybe, you're one of those rare dudes that could be friends with chicks. And I just have to say, gay, bisexual, sorry. I'm just fucking around. I guess there are some dudes out there who can be friends with chicks, and more power to you. But check out the video. Never be friends with chicks. I know when I said that, a lot of you dudes out there are like, oh,
That's me.
no, it's not. I know there are dudes out there who can actually be friends with chicks and not want to bang them. But it is a real statistical impossibility. It's like winning the lotto and getting hit by lightning on your way to collect your winnings. It's like discovering penicillin by accident or picking fly shit out of pepper while wearing boxing gloves. I know what you're going to say.
Hey, people win the lotto. People do get hit by lightning, and we have a whole mess of antibiotics.
And that is true, but it is still very, very rare. You know what else is rare? Being in the friend zone and getting a front row seat to your own liver-licking competition. The Olympic scissor kick is about to begin, and we've all seen that dude at the party. Yes, we have. Oh, yeah. It's going down. Hey, who is that? Oh, he's going away. All right, yeah, there we go. We're back to it. Oh my God!
Pop, what happened?
She puked out her tits! I don't get anything at all from watching lesbians, but hey, it's your thing. But I am going to say this. Porn is on the internet. Porn is free, and it's available right now. This chick will never be available for you, not now, not ever. And you might build up some resentment. And you know what that makes you? A male frenemy. That is some supreme cuck bullshit right there. So basically, you're one of 2 things. You're either a mangina or a bitch brain. None of them are attractive to women, and I made episodes about them. Check them out. I know you guys are out there, well, that ain't me. I willingly went in the friend zone, so I'm going to take advantage of this whole situation. Right. Now listen, normally, she's not going to invite you over to soap her back in the shower unless you're gay. Or you've been in the friend zone so long, and she's been riding that cock carousel and has 2 or 3 baby daddies. And these guys all flew the coop, and she doesn't get enough child support. And suddenly, Mr. Beta Cuck and his fat wallet looks attractive.
When did you first fall in love with me?
The first time I saw the enormous size of your beautiful wallet.
And if you're one of those guys who stays there so long, you're like, finally, I'm going to get me some. You deserve what you get. And what you get is an inverted blue knot Axel Gunch who smells of tuna fish and bad decisions because she's a horrible cocksocket.
Pop, don't let it go. What? X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
She'll let you hit it for a year or so until she's got you on the hook for baby jail, 18 to 21. Then she's gonna dump you and go back to bad boy riding. That is not taking advantage. That is being taken advantage of.
That is some sadistic bullshit.
Because what you failed to realize before all of that other shit happened, women friends are not like guy friends. They're not gonna come and help you fix your car. They aren't gonna come and help you move unless they pour iced tea or coffee. And the real good ones, they might bring donuts and maybe help you put stuff in boxes. You know who else will do that and not expect any reciprocation? Your mother! Your mother's pretty hot. Have her number? Nah, I'm just fucking with you. But worst of all, when you need that drunk exfil at 3 a.m., maybe under gunfire, she ain't coming.
What?
You gotta get me from 8 and 4.
Why?
Because there's a gunfight going on. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm washing my hair.
What? Bitch, why are you washing your hair at 3 a.m.? Honestly, that excuse went out in 1950. You need to update your excuse database, bitch, because that shit ain't flying anymore. And you know what else doesn't fly? Launchpad tactics. And if you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you here in a minute.
Chad Swagger is probably the crudest and most self-involved bro in America. It doesn't matter if she's a 5 or a 10, he'll take anything. This book of fucked up sexcapades will make you laugh until your kidneys bruise and make you cringe harder than you've ever cringed before. The link is in the description.
And this is when you use your friendship with her to bang other chicks. And that's totally okay, unless you're gay. Usually, this involves banging one of her friends, which is, mildly acceptable. But say you're not satisfied with just her friends. You want to take it up a notch. And you want an introduction to her sister. That could go badly. That's kind of like crossing a river that's only waist deep. But it's full of piranhas and you might lose your dick. You might think that sister is top tier. But no, it's not. Say you're in that frenemy zone and she really pisses you off. And you're like, oh, I'm going to take it to the top tier.
Yeah, what?
I'm going to fuck your mom.
What?
Your mom and I, we're going to have sex.
Yeah, it's not funny.
No, it's not.
If you've actually completed this operation, I only have one thing to say. Screen 5! I'm not saying you should do this, but I understand. You have my undying respect. Can you imagine that? I'm here to pick up your mother. Let's say you're really not into this whole friendship thing for sex, or her mother, or anything. You are in it for information. You are doing a reconnaissance on women. You see this as an opportunity to study the female mind and apply that information to yourself to strengthen up your game. That is an admirable goal, but there's a few things wrong with this theory. First of all, they're all fucking crazy. Second of all, there's an infinite amount of craziness out there and it's all different. You will never be able to study it all.
It's proof that Jesus died in vain and legally changed his middle name to fucking.
Even if you do study this and do it thoroughly, most of you are going to fuck it up because you hit the incidentals. Instead of looking at the root causes of the behavior, you just study the behavior. Take it down to its root cause. Half of it is selfishness. And the other half, you can take that right back to shitty parenting, usually by one parent, i.e. the single mother. Cheating, narcissism, entitlement, it all boils down to selfishness. And all of that horse shit gets drilled into the skull who at one time was just an impressionable kid. So these bitches grow up and they think they're special and the rules don't apply to them. Well, no you're not, and yes they do. You want a specific example? I'll give you one. Look at feminism. Yeah, feminism tells them they can go hog wild and bang whoever they want, and it shouldn't make a shit bit of difference when it's time to settle down. Hey, bad Popp here? Fuck off, that's not how it works.
No, it's not true. That's impossible.
You will never, and I mean never, make all the crazy pieces fit together. It just won't happen. It's like working on a Rubik's Cube that has a vagina that's shouting in your face as you're trying to work it out. That is madness. I know what you're going to say.
This is Sparta!
And there are a lot of chicks out there that I would love to kick down a bottomless hole. You know what's not bottomless? Our budget. So please check out our Patreon and PayPal links below and send us a couple bucks so we can keep doing this. And while you're at it, let us know what you want us to drink. We'll get it and stock it. And while you're at it, please hit the subscribe button and the bell below so you get notified of our videos. And if you don't, it's okay. I know exactly what I gotta do. I'm gonna fuck your mom. Screen 5! But just imagine how fucked up you are. That you're pussy whipped by a piece of pussy that you only imagined. You're orbiting this woman in the friend zone. Every time she bangs another dude, it's another fucking knife in your heart. And you willingly take this over and over again. Yeah, and what you get is a tied up balloon knot vertical axe wound. And what you get is an inverted balloon knot axe wound gun.